Yes. Okay, hello everybody. So let's get started on our Monday session. So as usual, we're gonna get our mind, our emotions in line with what we want to achieve and get the energy flowing our way, okay? So make yourself comfy, yes, and whenever you feel ready, you can first maybe give yourself a little stretch. You know the way I love to do that myself. So make sure that you've moved all of the most obvious parts of your body that can move wherever you're sitting. If you want to stand up and shake your legs, do that. Maybe if you've been working at a desk for a while, you know, that could be a good idea if you can. And then take a seat again. And then when you feel comfortable, just close your eyes. And first, let's just get connected with our own bodies and just becoming aware of our body in space. Where is our body in relation to the room that you're sitting in? Get that awareness and then bring your focus to the weight of your body, how heavy it is. Maybe you can feel the contact of your bottom and thigh on your seat. And then allow your awareness to go down even further towards the ground and into your feet. And notice the weight of your feet on the ground. And purposefully make yourself heavier by pressing your feet onto the ground. And here to just connect with the ground, connecting with the earth, having that intention to anchor yourself and to connect with the earth. And when you've done that, and maybe when you've done that, you can already feel as if the energy from the ground, from the earth, is more vibrant, as if you can feel it more. And so as you've done that, just allow your focus, your awareness to move back from your feet, through your legs, through your abdomen and torso, into your chest. And here we're going to connect with our hearts. And to do that, maybe you can either place your hand over your heart and feel the connection of touch between your hand and your heart. But you could also tune in and listen, hear the noises from your own body, the noises of your heart beating in your chest. And maybe you can't hear the noise, but you can feel the sensations, and that's what you're tuning into. Anything that helps you to connect with the heart and get your awareness, your focus in there. And once you've done that, you can also just imagine or visualize as if your breath is flowing in and out directly through your heart with each breath. So as if you can see your breath getting into your heart when you breathe in and flowing out from your heart when you breathe out. And maybe as you visually see a flow entering and exiting the heart, what you could do here is just visualize this flow being as regular and balanced as possible, so that the flow coming in is about the same length and the same intensity as the flow coming out. And with that, having the rhythm of your breath slowly becoming more and more regular. So that will get you to breathe a little bit slower and deeper than usual. And most importantly, will get you to breathe in and out in a constant, balanced rhythm. And this rhythm is going to start to harmonize all the other systems in your body, like an orchestra that is being directed by the rhythm of the heart. And as the rhythm of the heart becomes harmonious and balanced, then all the systems of the body also become harmonious and balanced. So let's do this together for another minute or two. Just finding that sweet spot, that harmony with your breathing. And I'll let you know when we're ready for the next step. Okay, and in this calm state, let's just start by reminding ourselves of the direction that we are heading towards in our life. What is our vision, the goals that we have? So first, just envision, remind yourself of where you're heading, where you desire to move forward to. Maybe it's the vision for your life that you're very clear about. Maybe it's your 10 years plan if you have one. And maybe it's just the goals that you have for next year or for the next few months. Just remind yourself of the direction. And once you've done that, now we're gonna briefly turn toward the very recent past and just contemplate the week that is just finished yesterday. So looking at last week, what did work well and what didn't work as well as you hoped. Just give yourself a mental review. And you can do that for a specific area of your life if that's important for you right now. Or else just consider everything in your life, from professional, personal, family, health, everything that's important to you. And so you can look at the things that you're going to want more of because they worked well for you, everything that you want to expand, to maintain, to nurture. And for the things that didn't work as well as you hope, just see them under the light of all of the things that you'd rather let go of, the things you'd rather change, the thing that you want less of. And just welcome all this as just information. No blame, no shame, no judgment. Okay, so once you've had an overview of what worked well and not so well last week, just ask yourself if last week or a version of last week was to repeat itself into the future from now on. Do you have a sense that this would bring you closer to your vision, your goals? Or would that bring you off track? Basically looking at the trajectory that you're on. And is that trajectory pointing towards the vision and the goals that you have for yourself and your life? Is it at least in the general vicinity? Or is it bringing you somewhere else? And maybe this somewhere else is not so bad, but maybe it's just not where you realistically want to go. So just get a general sense for the reality of where you're going. And if it's not exactly where you're planning to go, we're just going to start working on realigning and course correcting. So now I'm going to invite all of us to ask our imagination to come to the party. And we're going to imagine the best possible week for the week to come. Just imagining the best possible scenarios, the best possible outcomes that are aligned with the vision that you have, the goals that you have. And here we can do that in a few different steps. And we're going to start by everything that you know is in your control. So if this week coming, you knew that everything that you have control over was happening in the ideal in an ideal way, meaning you know exactly what you got to do, you're making decisions with ease, you're being efficient, productive, you're very clear in your mind, and it's easy to take action. So in that case, how does the week look like when you're nailing everything that you have control over? What could happen, or how would that happen? Okay. And as we know, since not everything is in our control, what about if everything that's actually not in our hands was also working out for the best? And sometimes we don't really know what the best is, but here let's trust that your imagination knows what the best outcomes are. And let's imagine if everything that is not directly in your control was to actually turn out in the best possible way for yourself and everyone else involved. What could that look like? What could the week look like then? So again, ask your imagination. Okay. So now that we've had a run at everything we could think of, what about the unexpected? What about surprises? So again, ask your imagination, what surprises could possibly be invited into your life next week? Things you haven't thought about yet, but if you allow your imagination, it might be open to give you some ideas. So it's like sprinkling a little magic on top of what you've imagined so far. Maybe unexpected opportunities, synchronicities. So here, allow your imagination to come up with some ideas for welcome surprises. Okay, fantastic. And now one last thing, we're just gonna set an intention that there's probably other opportunities out there that we can't yet comprehend or imagine. They're outside of our current paradigm. So let's just set that intention to welcome such gifts also into our life, and that we would recognize them as gifts. We would recognize these opportunities, these synchronicities, maybe ideas, as welcome. We would see them for what they are, because they might look very different than what we're able to imagine right now. So we would understand that, yes, they are very much aligned with our wishes, our vision for our life, and that we'd be able to welcome them and receive them. So once you've set that intention, like promised yourself, you'd be open to receive. Now we are going to focus on how we are feeling. How are we feeling after imagining the best possible scenarios for the week that's coming? Remember, your mind doesn't really know the difference between real or imagined. So what are the emotions that are associated with this amazing weekly scenario that you've crafted? And maybe it's a very familiar feeling that you can name. You can put a name to it, or maybe they're just sensations, diffuse sensations in the body. You're not quite sure what they are, but either way is fine. We're just gonna work on making them grow and nurture them. So now I'm gonna invite us to also imagine and visualize as if these feelings, whatever they are for each of us, are also entering our body through our hearts when we breathe in, and flowing out from our body through our heart when we breathe out. So imagine or visualize these feelings flowing in and out through your heart with each breath. And notice how every time you breathe in, you're feeling those feelings a little bit more intensely inside yourself. And that every time you breathe out, you're feeling those feelings expand a little bit further and wider in the space around you when you breathe out. So that with every cycle of breath, these feelings get stronger and stronger, both within yourself and outside of yourself. And notice how you're feeling, how these feelings are growing stronger and stronger. And every time you breathe in and out, They're going through your heart. They're charging up your heart. Your heart is full, getting fuller and fuller with these feelings. And now to the point that your heart is able with such intensity to project out these feelings like a laser beam. Right in front of you, you can see, imagine, or visualize as if this laser beam shooting out from your heart is carving out a portal right in front of you. A portal like in your favorite sci-fi movie is opening up a doorway in time and space. And on the other side of this door, on the other side of this portal, is all of the possibilities that are aligned with your vision, all of the possibilities that are matching this high vibration that you've generated inside of yourself. So now I'm going to invite us to make a few steps in our minds and just imagine as if we're stepping through this doorway, we're stepping through this portal. And as you walk through it and now are on the other side, just know that you are stepping into the future, a different future for the week that's starting. A future where you have access to all the possibilities that are matching energetically this state of high vibration that you've generated. So now you're connecting with the possibilities that you didn't have access to before. But now you've just made yourself a vibrational match for this new set of opportunities to find you in this week that's starting. So I'm just going to invite us to take a few deep breaths, allowing ourselves to enjoy this moment. We've just stepped into a new future for this week. And just allow yourself to tune in and connect with all of these possibilities that are awaiting. They're awaiting for you to tap into them, but they're now available to you. They're now visible to you. So as you breathe in and out, just enjoy feeling this connection with the brand new possibilities. As you breathe in, maybe you can feel this connection resonating all the way down to your cells, and can feel your cells, the inside of your body vibrating And when you breathe out, maybe breathe out just gratitude. Gratitude as you're stepping into a better version of the week that's starting. Gratitude for these opportunities, these ideas, these connections that are now connecting with you, that are now accessible to you, and that are ready to support you on your journey. And just notice how you're feeling. Enjoy this moment of connection. And now I'm just going to invite you to anchor this moment into your body by touching your thumb and index finger together, pressing your fingers together as if you're anchoring that moment into yourself, so that at any moment in time during the week, when you need to remind yourself of this connection, all you'll need to do is just to join your index and thumb finger together again. And the energy of these possibilities will be here for you. So once you've done that, creating your anchor, your reminder, we're just gonna remind ourselves that this new future that we're creating is actually now our new present, and we're ready to step into it. And on these words, we are now going to bring ourselves back into this present, this here and now. And to do that, I'm just going to invite you to rub your hands together until they're warm. Place them at the top of your head and slowly, gently touch every part of your body, going down from your head, down to your neck, your shoulders, your arms, back to your shoulders, this time going down the sides of your body, going down the front of your body, also touching as much of your back as you can, and still touching. Keep going down, touching down your legs, your thigh, your knees, all the way down to your feet if you can touch them from the position that you're in. And if you can't touch your feet, just press your feet on the floor again with that intention to ground yourself, feeling the earth underneath. And once you've done that, once you've touched every part of your body, to remind yourself of where you are, the boundaries of your physical body, you can comfortably opening your eyes again and bringing yourself back here with me in the here and now. On Monday the 2nd of December. Welcome back, everyone. Fantastic. So I hope you had a good session, and I'm going to stop the recording now. And to those who will be listening to the recording, I say thank you, and maybe see you next week live, and have a great week.